Tadaima, welcome back to my channel. If you like my content, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. I would so appreciate it. And this is part 3 of my sister wife experience. So we come back here to the States, and I decide to move back to my home state. And I go up there and I stay for like 3 weeks, thinking that I could go ahead and make it work and everything. I had saved a little money and was ready to, start over, fresh and new, whatever. And I get up there and it just didn't resonate with me anymore at the time. Got back in March. My mother passed in early March, so it was around the time of her death. I can't say I've ever been home around the time of her death, so it was just weird for me. I was already depressed, just a lot going on. And so I decided to come back south. Come back south. There are renters here living in the house, and so couldn't come back to the house. So had to rent somewhere else to live until the renters moved out of the house. So that happened. And number 2 had to go to school in the west part of the state, in the West Coast, and that was that. And by this point, we're separated. He's living his best life, doing whatever he want to do, and me, I'm just in reconstruction mode. I landed a job that I really enjoyed, and I worked that job for close to a year. Ended up going to school to become an LPN, which is what I am now. I had that license as well. And so after LPN school, I kind of thought, okay, this gives me the chance to, I'll have steady work, because nursing, there's jobs everywhere all the time. Whereas with therapy, it's kind of been hit or miss down here. So, I'm working and things, and kids are getting older, graduating from high school and going to college and all these different things and all these different moving parts. And I took my sweet, precious time getting divorced, no lie, because for a while there, I didn't see the need to get divorced. I kind of felt like, oh, he's off doing whatever he does. I'm here doing what I do, and it's fine. I'm not going to lie and be honest. I still had my TRICARE. I was just like, I can work anywhere, don't matter, because I don't need the insurance. Who cares? I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm gonna try my best to guard this situation as best as I can. I'm at work, minding my own business, and this woman comes in, and I had to interact with her at my job. And I felt like that was God's way of saying, it's time for you to let this go. Because I can't give you what I have for you with you holding on to this BS that you've been holding on to. Your reasoning doesn't even matter anymore, because what I got for you is so much better when you let this go. You gotta let it go. I wasn't thinking about getting divorced. I ain't gonna lie. I was just gonna keep doing what I was doing. And during that time, those 5 years, of us really being separated and all that, we had maybe 2 years where we would go back and forth with each other. Going into that 3rd year, some stuff happened, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm done. Like I can't do nothing else with you. We good. Live your life, whatever. And I just kept it going. I just kept the marriage going, because it felt like I was in a comfortable, safe space, but I really wasn't. Because when I would meet somebody, they probably wouldn't want to deal with me, because I'm still legally married, which is right. Why would you want to be with somebody that you really can't be with? So I filed for divorce, and that didn't go super smooth initially. It became smoother as time went on, and quite honestly, it's like the best thing that I have ever done in my whole entire life. Like, in relation to this relationship, it is the best thing that I could have done. because once I filed for divorce and I got more intentional with my prayers and more intentional with my time and who I gave my time to, everything in my life changed. Everything got better. My health got better. My belief system got stronger. I'm still working on my spirituality. I'm sure probably at some point I will talk about that. I'm a believer in all things. I do believe that God's name is Yahweh. That's what this is on my arm. This is Yahweh in Hebrew. You know, I like to pray. I like to meditate. I have my crystals. I have my sage. I have my Bible. I have so many things that help me become the best version of me, because that's what I want to be. I want to be the best version of myself, for me, for my children, for people that I work with, people that I touch, that I encounter throughout my day. And that's how I like to live. So when I really let him go, it was difficult, because I was so used to that dysfunction. I was so used to living in that dysfunction, and I really didn't know what the other side of dysfunction was. And what it is peace. That's what the other side of dysfunction is. It's peace. It's love. It's growth. It's light. Gratitude. It's so many wonderful things. And yes, this year I have struggled with depression earlier this year, primarily because all the roles that I identified with as Tawana, what I identified with, which is being a mom day in, day out. My children are older, so I don't have anybody to take to school or, you know, soccer games or whatever it is. I don't have that stuff. You know, my kids are young adults, you know. And then I was so used to being a wife. Most of my adult life, I've been married. I just want to say maybe 5 years total out of my adult life, I have been single. Not married is what I mean. So that's a lot when you think about it, right? So that's a long time to be married is what I mean. So I had to really think about that. And then I also struggled with his family. And not even the sense of anybody in particular, but as long as we were married and all the issues and troubles that we did have, my family is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. And what I mean by that is, and I've said this on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, but I have never not once felt like I wasn't loved, even though I didn't grow up with either one of my parents. Everything wasn't perfect. I don't know one person whose childhood was perfect or is perfect, right? But I have never felt like I wasn't loved or that I wasn't wanted or that I wasn't cared for. And my family, they ask about him. How's he doing? Have you talked to him? Is he good? You know, is he safe? All these things. But since he and I have gotten divorced and I actually went through with everything, I don't get that same courtesy. And my children don't get that same courtesy from his family. And that did hurt, because I'm like, how can you have all these people, and just because this relationship doesn't work out, what did I do? Or what did they do? You know what I mean? But like I said before in a previous video, not everybody's meant to come with you. People are seasonal. Not everyone, but most people are. And when I really thought about it, I said, I have learned this lesson. And so when I see BS coming, when I see it coming, it don't last long. People don't get a chance. And it's not from me being hurt. It's just from me being able to recognize it sooner. And I have my moments where I say I can be a Pollyanna, because I I come from the belief that people are genuinely and generally good. You have choices that you make, um, that are screwed up, that are flawed. We are all human. We are not perfect, but genuinely and generally, people can be good. And I always have come from that space. I had to learn to move in that space and not be so negative. And I'm always very optimistic. Something is not going my way, I look at it as God is protecting me from something that He don't want me to have, because I ain't supposed to have that. If it's a job, if it's a relationship, if it's a business opportunity, whatever it is, if it doesn't work out, that's God's protection, always. And so, with that being said, I let Him go, and whatever relationship that He and Side-Hen have or don't have, I don't even care about. I could see them on the street and be cool with it, because I got the best prize, the best gift ever, and that is the return of Tawana, because I lost me in that process. I had a little bit of time where I wished for death twice, and as soon as I thought it, the counter thought came like, no, you got kids, you have life to live, you have so much to do. God is not done with you. Every day that you get up in the morning, He ain't done with you. He ain't done with you here on this realm. He's not done. And even when you pass from this realm into the next one, that's a whole new life. That is not an end, that is another beginning. That's all that is. And so, this one's gonna go a little long, y'all. I'm sorry. We had 12 minutes now. But I've learned to really, truly love myself. Just to be me. You know, I don't so much care what people think about me. I'm very authentic. I'm very much myself. Even in one of my job interviews, I was just kind of like, this is me all the time. I can be in emergency situations. I'm always very calm. Somebody fall out on me, blood spewing everywhere, whatever, because that's happened plenty of times. I go ahead and get CPR. It don't matter. But I'm calmly doing it, because I've seen so much BS. Nothing surprises me. Nothing freaks me out. And nothing makes me second guess or doubt me anymore. And I wanted to come on here and just share this story with you all, because, and not even so much from the side of the Side-Hen. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like her for years. We had a period of time where I was just like, I even told him, I was like, you want to be with her and be with me, cool. You know what I mean? You can go over there for 2 weeks, you can come over here for 2 weeks. I don't care. I tried to save my marriage any way I could save it. And it didn't work. And that's just because I was supposed to get the lesson that he gave me, and I was supposed to move on. And I'm going to get married again. I am, But my third time will be my best time and my last time. That's going to be when I'm old on the porch. We're going to be holding hands in a rocking chair, me and him. That's going to be it. And I know that. And I'm good with that. And I'm happy and I'm excited about that. And it will not be any of what I experienced with number 2. It will be none of that. I will be talking about the different types of love. What I do strive for the most is agape love, and that's that love where it's unconditional. I have it for my children. Whatever they do in life, I might not agree with everything that they do, and I don't now. I'm sure, they're young adults, right? But I will never kick them out. I will never not be there for them. Never. No matter what they do. They can be wrong, and I will tell them that they're wrong about something. I will do that. But I'm not ever going to just leave my children out. And so, one of these days, very soon, I do want to talk about the different types of love. So um, I'm striving for that love within myself, for myself. So this one went a little long. Um, I hope everyone is well. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Enjoy. And I have to record Therapy Thursday today as well. So stay tuned for that. All right.